These are 5 reptiles I would absolutely die to own. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, welcome. My name is Zoe, but most people know me as the Reptiles. And today we're going to talk about my top 5 must-have reptiles. Normally this is something I do for 𝘖𝙪𝙆, where I give you my top 10 list of wish list animals. So we're doing this kind of out of season, if you will. We'll call this Christmas in July, except it's August. This video might come out in September. I don't really know what my schedule is like with these videos. But either way, these are 5 animals I do plan on owning. I'm going to have to own, no questions asked. And these are in no particular order because I don't know if I could put these animals in order. They're just 5 animals I need. It's that simple. I need them. So in number 1 is a 𝘖𝙪𝙨𝙞𝙨 hybrid, or better known as a Grand Cayman hybrid iguana. Y'all know I love iguanas and I love anything blue. So Grand Cayman blue iguanas are absolutely gorgeous. When I went to Grand Cayman, I wanted to see them so badly, but we were on the wrong side of the island. So now I have to make a separate trip back to Grand Cayman to see them because it is a bucket list thing. I have to go see them, but they are endangered. You can't own them. They're not in the United States to be owned. However, there are hybrids that you can own, and they basically look exactly the same, and a lot of them are still very blue. So that is an absolute dream iguana for sure. Next on the list is my dream tortoise, and that is a leopard tortoise. For anyone that's new here, I used to work at a zoo as a zoo educator, and we had a leopard tortoise, and he was my favorite. I loved him to death. He was so cool, and they're a good sized tortoise. They're not super small, but they're also not super big like a sulcata. So for educational purposes, they're very easy to transport and get around while still looking impressive. So they are a perfect turtle for what I do with my education business. Did I say turtle? I meant tortoise. Tomato, tomato. Number 3, this is a Cayman lizard. It's a lizard I've always been fascinated with, but I never really wanted to own one until I met the Cayman lizards from Crosstown Exotics while I was at Tinley Park, and they were incredible. And from that moment forward, I've wanted a Cayman lizard like you have no idea. Now, they're a big lizard that need a big swimming area, so if I ever get one, it's gonna be a while from now. They also have a diet primarily of snails. They really like snails, and I don't really have a good place around here to get said snails, so that's gonna cost me a bit of money, which is in short supply right now. But they are incredible lizards, big lizards, which I love, and super colorful, so how do you not love that? Number 4, probably the only animal that has consistently stayed on my lists over the years, and that is the red-sided garter snake. Oh, bright red and blue remind me of the San Francisco garter, so they're absolutely gorgeous. If I were to ever have a garter snake, this would be the one. But without fail, they have been on my list forever. My list changes every year, but that is the one animal that stays on my list constantly. And in number 5, this should come as no surprise. I feel like most people have this on their wish list, and that is a monkey-tailed skink. Now, unlike most people, I actually had no desire to have a monkey-tailed skink. I thought they looked weird. I was not interested until my zoo days when I actually got to be hands-on. It's a lot like the Cayman lizard, except I actually really liked the Cayman lizard before meeting the Cayman lizards. I always thought monkey-tailed skinks looked weird. And then I met monkey-tailed skinks and worked with them and got hands-on with them. And from an education perspective, they are incredible. They're amazing. They're great for talking about conservation, and they're just so goofy. So I really learned to love them, and now I'm obsessed, and I need one. And not gonna lie, almost got one at Tinley Park, but I was responsible because it was not captive bred, and I am holding out for a captive bred individual. But I do have it worked into my reptile room plans for the basement. I have a spot saved for a monkey-tailed skink, so I will own one. I also have a spot saved for a leopard tortoise. The rest are probably going to require that I have my educational facility that I'm dreaming of having, but the smaller ones are a little more realistic. So a monkey-tailed skink, totally doable. Hopefully we'll see one here in the next couple of years. Fingers crossed. What are your must-have reptiles and why? A lot of mine are now based off of the fact that I have an education business, so I have to make sure that the space and money that I am putting into my animals is being used for animals that can then be used for education, because in the meantime I don't have the room and the money for animals that can't. So a lot of my wish list animals aren't animals that I can use for education. So they've kind of been pushed off for the time being. They could be great display animals if I ever have my education facility, but in the meantime, I need animals I can be hands-on with. So these are my top 5, not 10, 5 that I would absolutely love, love, love to own. So what are your top reptiles and why? Let me know in the comments below. As always, thank you guys for watching. We'll see you for the next video. Bye!